Hey guys, I'm gonna show you my all-time favorite snack, pregnant or not pregnant, so nutrient dense and the most delicious thing you will ever taste. I'm gonna quickly show you the ingredients. So first, you're gonna need a protein powder. My absolute favorite is this vegan protein from Sprouts. It's superfood and berry flavor, 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat, and it has additional superfoods in here like matcha, amla fruit, pomegranate, mangosteen, cranberry, so many beneficial ingredients in there, and it is one of the most delicious protein powders I've ever tasted. So you're gonna want a protein powder. I like to add a greens powder to my berry bowl as well. I cannot remember the brand of this greens powder. I'll try to find it, but I just labeled it greens no caffeine because I do have a number of greens that do have caffeine. This is one without the caffeine, and it tastes and smells like berry, but there's nothing in there but spirulina, moringa, and I think chlorella. I can't remember, but it's incredible. And so what I do for convenience, I add the protein powder to a glass jar and then a good amount of greens powder in here. So it's easy to just scoop out and I don't have to dig in and get extra greens and protein. But I will say I generally add additional greens to my berry bowl because it tastes so good and doesn't hurt to have more greens. Next, we're gonna up the ante with probiotics. I like to do a big heaping scoop of cottage cheese. So this is Nancy's Probiotic Cottage Cheese. Really good brand. You're gonna get that fermented, really rich probiotics, 14 grams of protein. This is the low fat one. I tend to go for the regular fat. They were just all out of it, but either one is excellent. Next, I'm going to add a little bit more probiotics, and this is one of my favorite brands, Inner Eco. It's a liquid fermented coconut water, and it is the most delicious thing you can ever imagine. This is actually a full month's supply. One serving's only a tablespoon, and I'm sticking with the berry theme, and we are using the blueberry blackberry. One serving is 100 billion CFUs. To boost your nutrients up even more, I like to add a few drops of liquid minerals. This is from Eden Ionic Minerals. You could put this in water. You can really put this in anything. You can even freeze it or bake it, and it doesn't kill or damage any of the minerals. And most people are deficient in minerals, especially if you're drinking filtered water. That filter system is not only pulling out different impurities and bacteria, but it's also pulling out some of our beneficial minerals. So making sure that you replenish with minerals is going to be really valuable and super important. To round out the berry theme, we are going with the 3-berry blend. I get this from Costco. I put some of these in the blender, and I also top the bowl with a few of these. All right, you're going to need just a little bit of nut milk. I have the Silk unsweetened vanilla. You're not going to use a heck of a lot because we really want the consistency of this berry bowl to be thick. So make sure you start with less milk because you can always add more. Last two ingredients are optional, but I would recommend opting in for these. We're gonna use a little bit of organic almond butter to top with the berry bowl. It is so satisfying, delicious, and you get the boost of protein and fat. Finally, one of the best parts of the berry bowl is topping it off with a little bit of crunch, texture, and deliciousness. I like to use the Kashi brand. I've searched the cereal aisles. Yes, I can go for the keto brands and the super low carb, but I'm also trying to be cost efficient. Some of those are like $7-8, and I just don't want to be spending that. I was really happy with these. Not only the ingredients, but the breakdown of the macros. You get a good amount of fiber and a heck of a lot of protein. So this is the original one that I do. I just more do it for the crunch and the texture on the top, just different than smoothie and the berries, just to kind of mix it up. So I really like this. And again, I'm not even using a full serving, just kind of sprinkling it on the top. But my favorite one I've tried. It is a little bit more calorie dense. This was 180 a serving. This is 230, but I'm telling you it's worth it. This is the cinnamon crisp, and it has clusters. I know you know what I'm talking about. It is so, so good. But that is the last ingredient. Let's get started and make the berry bowl. All right, guys, there you have it. So easy to make, so nutrient dense, delicious, filling. It's kind of like your low sugar, low carb version of an acai bowl, and you get so many benefits in here. All right, guys, eat up.